Right. Howdy, everybody, and welcome. Howdy, everybody. Let me unmute myself like I'm a real professional, and welcome to LMG Live. So this is a podcast that we put on whenever I damn well please, which is normally once every 3 or 4 months. So this is the first one of 2018, and with me are our gentlemen, Mr. PoopShizzle and Mr. Adam2welve. So I decided to actually Krinicon wanted to be with us, but some family things came up. He wanted to gush about Monster Hunter World for hours and hours and hours. So I told him no, he's not allowed to be on the podcast. Just go play.
Good call.
So we want to discuss other things. So we'll give Monster Hunter its due. But wanted to say hello to everybody. Hopefully, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, all that fun stuff. We're already into February. So hopefully I will get back onto this and we will have a better layout every 2 weeks on Wednesday night as things are slowing down. If you could see my house, where carpets are getting cleaned yesterday or tomorrow, so everything from both kids' rooms, my rooms, they're all in the living room. Everything's in the kitchen, in the dining room. I'm stepping around bed frames, furniture. So it's super fun. I get to move beds into the living rooms at 5:30 in the morning before going to work. So that's the funness. But what have you guys been up to? Anything since last time we got together over the Christmas break? Anything good?
You mean like 3 months ago? No, I've not done shit at all in 3 months.
Okay. You haven't done a damn thing. So, shoot, I think it's been since November since the last podcast. So,
yeah,
that's my fault, everybody. I'm very sorry. I will try to be better at that. So,
man, Adam's setting that tone right now.
I know exactly.
You know me.
Let's flame the chode. So that's what needs to be done. Oh, all right. We already have some people in. So excellent. Good afternoon. Thank you, Mr. Poop, for hosting me. So I wanted to, I guess, a couple of real quick things on can't hear the others. Why not? Shit, I don't
know. Test 1 2.
Test.
Bang. I hear you here. How would I figure that out? Should be coming.
I don't know.
Just your desktop.
Yeah. Yay. Audio input capture. Let's see.
Yas.
Voice meter? Maybe a voice meter. So give me a test, boys.
1 2 1 2.
Test. Cocks, boobies,
penis,
penis, poop. Oh,
that's
sorry.
Me. That's me.
My bad.
Yes.
Too soon?
I love streaming.
I love that you love streaming. I wish you knew how to do it well.
I don't. I'll let you guys do this stuff from now on.
My stream is live and awesome.
You guys can hear me. We'll just go to your channel then.
I hear you.
Yeah. I know you can hear me.
Let me pop on your Twitch.
Raw menu. Can you hear us? I got to figure out which one I've got to go through. It should be just coming through PC. I can hear myself talking in the background.
So, yeah. I don't know. Hold up. I can hear you. Say something again.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Can you hear me?
Talk.
I can hear myself talking in the background. I didn't hear you, Adam.
I didn't hear you, Adam.
No, you can't hear us. Yeah, they can't hear us on the stream.
So that's going to be an audio input capture or output capture?
It should just be your desktop.
I know. So let's see. Settings. Nothing from the other two. I love it. Audio. Desktop audio.
I'm going to drink this here beer.
Why? Try it again. Beer. That's what's for dinner.
Beer.
I hate this crap.
I checked mine with the wife before I went on.
You're a good man.
Wait, what did you check with the wife? Do we need to know?
All right, we're going to try something else real quick.
Poop, let me see that neon behind you. Your side.
Yeah, dude.
I don't see it. Yeah. Since they can't hear us.
Right. Mr. From Menu, who's in his chat, is the reason I have that. He made that.
I know.
Oh, really? That's
yeah,
cool, man. I
he's
love
a
that.
kick-ass buddy.
Cool.
Yep.
That's
So
super neat, man.
yeah, it
Is
is.
it like there's no wire, right? Let me see it again.
Let's see.
It's battery?
Yeah. It's I got it
cool.
hanging I got a hook at the top of the door, so it's hanging with fishing
okay.
wire.
Like fishing
So
wire.
you-
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
so
I was
you
like,
can't see
it's
it.
just stuck there, and it's just like.
No, it's got a little mass to it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't hold up there.
Yeah. Cool.
I hate this. We'll just go to Adams or Poops then.
All right. You can go to mine.
Okay.
All right, transition over to Adam.
Hello. How are you? Hello, friends.
We're going to put it over to, we'll move it to your Twitch.
Okay.
That means you're going to have to pull the audio off of it.
Oh, shit.
Or you could make it a VOD and then I can download it right after we're
Well,
done.
the VOD's, it's a VOD right now. I mean, it's
Okay.
recording right now, so.
All right,
Yeah.
so we will do that then.
Okay.
All right. This is awesome.
You look really good, though, both of you.
Oh, thank you. Thank
You
you.
look incredible.
I got my Guardian Con shirt on.
Yes, you do.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
You don't have TCH, not TV. Adam.
I feel like I look a little swollen. I haven't gotten a lot of sleep. No, that's what it is.
Okay, and then I can do this host. Adam 2WL.
Do it!
Now I'm hosting you.
Just do it!
And no one
Let's
will
get down.
know.
You said tomorrow. So just do it! Make
And
your
then I'll play
dreams
with this
come
later
true.
on and get the iPhone.
Nothing
and then
is
you can pull it
impossible.
out and figure out what the fuck I'm doing. This is what happens when you create a
Do
scene
it!
an hour before the
Just
stream.
do it!
So,
Yesterday, you said
So the
tomorrow.
problem is I've not
Just
turned off my alerts.
Do it! Make your dreams come
I'm
true.
gonna start bombing
Nothing is
your
impossible.
Twitch channel
So
one
you
bit
can.
at a time.
But it's going to be in your podcast, so.
Yep.
Do what you want.
That's all right. So,
Yeah.
okay, that should be good. Hopefully, we're getting that on your side now since I'm hosting you, and I may be able to pull it. Who knows? But yay! I should just start all over again. But all right, back to it. Can you hear me? Can you hear you? Everybody else? All right, good.
I hear things.
You hear
I hear
things? I hear things as well.
I hear things.
Like, stop podcasting. You suck. All righty. So for the people in chat and for us as well, lots of things have come out and since the last time we all got together. So I mean, we've had Destiny, we've had Destiny revamped, we've had season 1, season 2. I know we've had PC on Destiny.
Yep.
That I think all three of us have experienced.
Oh, yes.
It's beautiful, but I haven't got past my level 15 hunter yet because I've been playing other games for the first time in a long time.
But
So-
I waited on you for so long.
I know, you're a good, you're a good friend. I didn't do it, so. But some of these things that I mean, we've had Monster Hunter that dropped. I know that there was the new Dragon Ball Fighters, which some guys are playing. I'm not a fighting guy, but that looked good. And then, when did Star Wars Battlefront drop?
End of November? Wasn't that a
Yeah.
November.
Thanksgiving? Well, in
think so.
Fortnite, Fortnite didn't really take off until the end of last year, right?
And then the Battle Royale, whenever it went free to play.
Yeah. That's been huge too.
Yep. So there's been a lot of different things. I know with the Star Wars, that is the entire thing with EA on loot boxes. So that's been a big thing that's come up and about.
Mhm.
But I mean, there
I
was
have
no,
that game.
Have you played it? Do you like it?
Yeah. I
Is it-
do, actually. Yeah, I do.
Did they do anything different from the first one?
Yeah, they did a lot different than the first one. The air combat, or space combat, is amazing.
Okay.
Like flying a TIE fighter through and just like wrecking. It's really cool, man. It's nice. I mean, I like the campaign a lot.
Mhm.
Multiplayer is fun.
Okay.
They've now stopped all the loot box stuff, so it's not
Right.
game breaking.
Well, did they stop
all
it, or
the
did they just
DLCs?
bring it down? Like I thought they just made it more reasonable.
They made it more reasonable, yeah.
Okay.
Because it used to be like hero cost was just extremely high.
I think I haven't played it in a minute, but the last thing I read about it since I played it was that they just had cosmetic. So.
Right. Okay. So,
yeah.
but
yeah, it's a fun game. I mean, it's a great game. Especially, then, I mean, if you love Star Wars, it's a great game if you like playing video games. Mm-hmm. And then if you like Star Wars, it's even better. I mean, it's there's nothing wrong with the game. It's just that whole 1 point just like broke people.
Yep.
But you know, we'll get to that in a minute if you want to.
Oh, it'll be discussed. So I think things have. And then the other thing that dropped was the Xbox exclusive PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. Mm-hmm. So, which I don't know, Poop, have you played that yet?
I was about to pull the trigger on it. I was about to pull the trigger on it, and then I heard how much difficulty it had right out the gate, and just clunky, horrible server support, lag. I mean, it was. And then I saw some people like Adam streaming it and like rubber banding like crazy, and it was pretty atrocious. And after playing it on PC, I mean, I'm not the best, but
so you've played on PC already, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then so don't even bother.
Well, but I mean, like a lot of friends that don't have PCs that would like to run. I mean, and I hear it's actually easier on PC to like get chicken dinners and all that. Apparently.
No.
It's not.
No,
okay.
No.
That's the rumor. That's a rumor.
No, I think Xbox is way easier.
No, that's what I'm sorry. I meant on Xbox, it's easier.
Oh yeah. Xbox is a lot easier. Yeah.
Okay. So I know it's been a big hit amongst a lot of the LMG guys. So to get in there, I know we've had a handful that have waited just because they didn't want to run it on PC or didn't have the processing power for it to do it. So, and it's still, I guess, what's considered a beta.
Yeah.
On there. So, but has been fun.
Wasn't it 1.0 that launched on?
Well, that's on the PC side.
That's not. So that's not the console.
No, console is still considered a closed or I guess early access game.
Okay.
So
preview program.
Because I mean it looks half baked. I mean it's got a lot of time left to cook.
Yep. They need the new map put on there on the Xbox side.
I do like seeing all the LMGers posting their videos of chicken dinners though. That's pretty cool.
Yep, that's fun. We've got our own channel for it. So
I think I'm the only one with the tracksuit though. Just gotta say.
Yeah. Did that go off the marketplace?
Yeah, it's gone. My buddy Rob was at work. He's like, "How'd you get that tracksuit?" I was like, "Yeah, I bought it. Like, I think it was on there for a week."
Yep.
Didn't you say like you sold something, Adam? Like some clothes on Steam?
Yeah, I sold PUBG. I sold some hot pants on PUBG for $95. I got $95 cash money for selling something that I just got randomly.
A cosmetic item.
That's fucking awesome. I love
now,
it.
did you get that out of their new loot boxes that you have to pay $2.50 to open them?
No.
The keys.
Okay, because that's new too. With one of their latest updates are the loot boxes on the PC side, but and then on
I think I was playing. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say Xbox. If you had started a game, and actually I think you can go till the end of the month. They were celebrating their 30 million users, I believe. So they dropped 30,000 battle points. Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
30 million users. Yeah. That is insane.
Right. So you got some battle points in there to go get you a. You can't get a tracksuit, but maybe you'll pull a hoodie or.
I'll sell it to you for $350.
No, that's all right. It's console. You can't sell that.
It's coming. So, no, why would they do that? Why would they do it for a week and then drop it?
Oh, I understand. So
yeah,
I think it's coming.
Put it in there. Well, they'll drop the crates and all that other kind of stuff too, probably.
I think they're gonna drop a marketplace. That's my feeling.
Oh yeah.
Xbox marketplace for PUBG
for just cosmetic stuff to run around in. So, but no, that one's been pretty fun. And we've had, man, I'm just going all over the place. But Sea of Thieves with the closed beta. I know Adam and I sailed the 7 seas. Did you jump into it at all, Mr. Poop?
No, I didn't jump. I didn't get in time for the beta emails, but I did watch you guys stream. It looked fun as hell. It looked incredible.
So what are your thoughts on it, Adam? Could that type of game keep you engaged with what we played?
Sea of Thieves? No.
Okay. That's
bought it. I mean, I bought it. I pre-ordered it, and I think it's going to be fun for. I'm a niche guy. I'm total niche guy like we talked about, before we live streamed.
Yep.
I like the fringe stuff. I like the stuff that's a little bit weird.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to play that with 3 other people.
Right.
You know, and just have a good time doing that, and just having fun and screwing around. I think that the PvP part is going to be pretty cool.
Okay. See, I know we didn't really get in.
We got wrecked.
We did. Yeah, we came back with our treasure and we dropped it off and let's go drink beer, and then we walked outside. Boom, boom, we're both dead.
Well, we're just like, there's a ship. What's that about? It's like got totally wrecked. Like that could be a lot of fun.
I will say, as an outsider looking in, watching you guys play, I could see how there would be some problem with the long game. Like it didn't seem like it would. There was enough depth. Pardon the pun, because it's a C game, but there wasn't enough depth to the game. As in,
are you just salty?
Right? Just are you arguing with me? Just going out, getting treasure, coming back, and then dodging storms and dodging other people, and that seemed like all it was.
And that's what I mean. Yeah, no, you're right. That was the core concept was find island, go to island. The cool thing were, and I don't know if they're just going to rehash them over and over again, the actual clues that you had to use and being able to turn the map and give it to your partner. That was cool.
Yeah,
that's
I like
a lot
that
of
part.
Fun.
Watching you guys solve puzzles. I love puzzles, so that was cool.
Yes.
But then somebody's going to fuck with me and my treasure, then I got a problem with that.
Yeah. Well, the co-op part is really fun. I think that, it's kind of like a lot like The Division. And that the dark zone is a scary, scary place. Mm-hmm. So we're having fun doing our thing, and then all of a sudden something comes to loot us, and then they get all our treasures, our 20 treasures that we have in the hold.
Right.
That could be scary.
How does the treasure to skill tree, weapon tree, how does that all work?
There's no weapon tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody has the same stuff.
So how do you progress? What keeps you coming back besides just running?
That's what I don't know yet. I've not seen that at all.
Right. The only thing I saw was when we dropped off the treasure, we were dropping it off with, in essence, a vendor or a sort of like New Monarchy or that type of thing. We had a rep that was going up, and we were opening new treasure, new star rated style things. Now, but there was nothing. We had a rapier, a musket, and just a standard pistol. I know there's like a blunderbuss in the game that I had used at one point in one of the alphas, but there was nothing. We never were able to, after we killed those sharks, to figure out how to get more ammo. At that point, it was just like, all right, we're running around with swords because we have no clue how to shoot anything. So, but I enjoyed having to take the boat and actually work in the masts.
Yeah, that looked cool.
Yeah, except for the 15 minutes of me going back and forth into the dock. That was a pain in the ass.
Well, if you learn to drive, damn.
Oh, no. So, but okay. Well,
I think overall, I think it's a really good game. I don't think that this is a negative thing.
No.
I think that the PvP part adds an element to it that's going to be a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. It's an awesome co-op sort of game. Like I have to show you the map, and then the words aren't there, and they come form when you get close. And
that's pretty cool.
It's a really good concept. It's a lot of fun. I can see spending a Saturday morning playing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then going to PUBG on Saturday night. Like something competitive. Like it's not exciting. It's not intense at all. Yeah. But it is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, like sharing and just having that camaraderie and look at my map, tell me what I need to do. It's like, all right, you need to bear like 20 degrees to the left. Mm-hmm. Okay, I need to do that. Yes, run the sails up, turn them sideways. That sort of thing where you have to communicate and do that. So it's a very good team building experience.
Yeah.
And you really don't find that in games right now. There's not anything that I can compare it to that you have that sort of thing. Yeah.
There's one right now I'm playing that has it.
Yeah.
What are you playing?
Monster Hunter.
No. It's not the same. It's not the same. No.
I see what you're saying though. There's a much more cohesion in the team when it comes to.
Like if I got in Monster Hunter and I had to shoot the wings and you had to shoot the horns and another person had to come on and take the tail off before the monster would go down, that's Sea of Thieves.
So
and that's not how it is.
I saw some streams. It was very cool because you could come in as a single player. and you would just almost have this tiny little rowboat. I mean, so you could be able to steer, look at the map, and run a sail. I don't know what the maximum amount is, but I mean, at least 4. So you had somebody under the deck looking at the map, telling you, okay, you need to go left, right, or port or starboard. You had the other person steering, and then you also had 2 people running 2 different masts to go with the wind. So it was a lot of, like what Adam's talking about, a lot of communications of going, okay, we need to move this way, or we're coming up on this island, we need to take the starboard side. Then you throw that into, I mean, a PvP style of, okay, how are we going to come around this other boat that's firing at us?
Who's loading the cannons? Right. You need to load the cannons. You're firing left side, I'm firing right side.
Awesome. Yeah. And you have to physically go grab the cannonballs from down in the hold.
Yeah.
Run them upstairs, load them into the cannon, then aim the cannon. And again, it's not a straight trajectory. You have to be able to figure out how to arc it. Okay. Then if somebody else hits you and they hit you in the hold and you're into your hole, you would have to go downstairs, find boards, clean everything up. So it would be, I could see it going pretty extreme on having a fun day on doing it. But
nice.
It's so
it seems very pick up and put down easy. Like there's just not much to it.
It can be. I mean, there's just negatives to it too. Like the time that it takes to get to islands, and the skeletons that pop up are kind of dumb.
Right. I mean, that's the cartoon
like that.
side of it. So
PvP side.
Yeah. But I mean, I could see them getting there.
And that's going to go into something. Do either of you guys have Xbox Game Pass?
Mm-hmm.
I do not.
I do.
You get that game for free.
I know. Well, I bought it before I got the Game Pass, so I paid for it twice, basically.
Yep. Because that got announced 2 weeks ago.
I know.
That anyone who has Xbox Game Pass, Xbox exclusive games are going to come out day and date, ready to play.
Did you pick
Halo
it up?
6.
Did you pick it up, Chode? Game Pass?
I haven't yet. So I have a couple things for
$10 a month for.
Is it 10 a month?
Yeah.
Okay.
On top of your gold subscription?
On top of the gold subscription.
Oh yeah.
So
okay. I didn't know if they'd give you like a deal or something.
Well, I'm thinking of dropping my EA access to do that. Yeah.
That could go. Well, say that can roll into other things of Microsoft going out there and looking for companies to purchase. And that was one of the names that came up in there too. So
I know.
Interesting.
I paid for a year, so I don't think I would need it.
Yeah. So, and that's something it's a nice, I think it's a great feature, but then what are those exclusive games that are going to come out there to make you do that right now?
Oh, Forza.
Okay.
Halo.
It's not
big titles, man. Sea of Thieves. Crackdown. What else is there? PUBG would be a thing.
If it's EA, then don't they have any of the Mass Effects?
What Mass Effect's dead.
They're talking about Game Pass,
coming back.
It's not coming back.
Yeah,
they destroyed that. Whichever company was putting it together, they stripped it down. There's some fun articles out there about what happened to Andromeda.
Well, I heard that was a flop, but I didn't think they'd give up on the series. I mean, Assassin's Creed flopped 2 or 3 times, and they came out with some good stuff.
Yeah,
it's been shelved supposedly. So, but so
that's a big title to walk away from. I don't see them.
I know. Yeah, I may look at Game Pass though when it's the next Halo or the next Gears comes out. And pay $10, $10, $20. I mean, because I think you can do it month to month.
You can. Yep. I'm paying $9.99 a month.
Yeah, and go through and play the story.
I don't know why you both have not gotten this. As achievement oriented as you both are, like, why do you not have this yet? You could load games, get achievements, drop them, get another game. I mean, come on.
I have 270 games that I have to download currently already. So I mean,
yeah, I'm not anywhere near into achievement hunting as I used to be. So, and Chode and I, we homebox each other's systems, so we have access to each other's library. And that guy's he's a deal buying machine. So I've got a plethora of stuff just piggybacking off of him. So.
But you have to understand, as far as Grandpa's concerned, you're both pieces of shit. Yeah, I can prove it mathematically.
I just don't have the time to play a lot of games
let me grab my whiteboard. This has been a long time coming anyway. So in conclusion, you're both equally mercurial, overly sensitive, clingy, hysterical bird brain homunculi.
Alerts. Okay. All right, continue. J-Man Blue just joined the stream, and he has a very long sort of Rick and Morty intro, event.
Welcome to the stream, J-Man.
All righty, Jay. So, but I will probably look at it, though, when the next Gears drops or the next Halo. I mean, for a third of the price, I could do it for 2 months and play that game. And probably, I mean...
Give me a second, I'll tell you what's all on
there. It's going to be, right now, it's going to be a lot of backwards compatible games that we probably all already have based on our 360 libraries.
And that's what kind of kept me from really pulling the trigger on that. I looked at the list, I mean, if it's on there and I want to play it, I probably already have it.
Right.
And if it's on there and I don't want to play it, I don't want to spend $10 to have access to it in the off chance that I would. So, I mean, personally, I just don't see it worth my money.
Yeah. Now, Adam had put something in here. Have there been some blowback from brick and mortar stores, GameStops, Best Buys, stuff like that on?
There have been, yeah. Like the smaller mom and pop stores are not going to carry Xbox games anymore, or sell Xbox. Yeah, like
really,
they're not going to take in the trade-ins for Xbox gaming consoles and all that stuff. They're like boycotting.
So they're removing all Microsoft.
Yep, everything Microsoft.
Wow, that's pretty big.
Mm-hmm. It is. So here's the funny thing. So I'm looking at Game Pass right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's in there? NBA 2K17.
Which is an EA game.
Yeah,
you're right.
EA game.
WWE 2K17.
Which is an EA game.
Yeah. Let's see. Halo Wars 2, of course. Fable, old like throwback. Darksiders 2 on Xbox One. Rhyme. Let's hit the highlights here. Deadlights. NBA Playgrounds. I don't know who made that.
Is Deadlight a Xbox game? Exclusive? Or
what was?
I'm thinking of Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, you're thinking of that PC game.
Yeah, and Phantom Pain, Metal Gear Solid is in there.
Yeah, because I mean, they would have had to have gone out when they released this to go do some deals with some developers and some production companies to have games.
Right.
So
and that's all just the recently added stuff. So I mean, the recently added, like they've got 3 EA titles in there recently added.
Okay.
I think they're probably looking at EA to buy.
They've got.
My opinion is that the major play here is to get Valve, to take over Steam.
Ooh.
But isn't Valve and Steam the same?
I know. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, get Valve to take over Steam. That's what I'm saying. Like, so the Steam interface.
Oh, okay. I guess So you're saying in what you've speculated about Microsoft buying out these bigger game companies like EA and what other ones exactly?
That's what you're saying, Valve.
Oh, okay. You said Steam, so you said Valve take over Steam.
Valve is Steam. No. Microsoft take over Valve, which is Steam.
There you go. Okay, that's what I was confused on. Yes. Okay, that would be. I don't know. That's a pretty self-contained PC platform. I honestly think that.
But it's a Windows-based PC platform.
True, but I think there'd be a lot of revolt from the Steam community. They've always thought of themselves as one contained unit, and for them to
Windows machines.
Well, they also support Mac and Linux and all that stuff. But the thing is PC is PC. I mean, they don't really want to be affiliated with a certain. I mean, they like to have that open option.
I just think that Microsoft's Play Anywhere drive that they started is the beginning of what that became. Like, I think that like Robot League or Rocket League, having Gears of War, Halo being played on both places, all that stuff. I think that was the initial drop in for Microsoft, so they tested the waters.
We
saw Microsoft. Yeah,
you could play cross-platform on that beta.
Yeah, there are a lot of cross-platform stuff. There's a lot of cross-platform stuff going on. And then I think that when we saw them, which I think was intentional, when Rocket League and Fortnite got cross-platform, cross-console, with PlayStation 4, all that. When that happened, I don't think that was an accident. I think that was intentional.
I do too. But Sony doesn't want to play nice with that though.
No, they don't want to. No, they don't want to. but it happened.
Yes.
You know, and it happened all the way. And Microsoft's always been like, you know, we'll take cross console play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, they have to. I think they have to be. They're in that position. I mean,
in the last year, Microsoft's bought up a lot of like cloud processing platforms.
Yes, I did hear about that.
They're really buying up a lot of cloud space, cloud servers, and just the background hubs of people that are developing cloud sort of based gameplay. That is Steam. That's what Steam is. I think that's the move. I mean, there really is no reason to take up EA for them.
That'd be a big move.
Prediction.
That'd be a big move.
That's my prediction. So
yeah. Well, I mean, you had Phil Spencer move up. He's now an executive VP of Microsoft. So, and then I don't remember what the guy's name is that they brought in, but he's going gung ho on just following those footsteps on that Microsoft side. So it'll be like anything. Everybody looks forward to E3 every year.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to E3 this year to see what is laid out across all the platforms, but Xbox.
And then J-Man Blue said in chat. That they have a good VR presence also. So.
Yep. Steam does. Yeah, Steam's excellent for VR.
Yep.
Yeah.
So cool. Well, those are some of the things that we're looking at. What else? Ooh, on the rumor mill, it dropped 2 days ago. I'm just pushing you off on the Monster Hunter stuff because I know we're going to get there.
I'm gonna start playing here if you don't.
I know you are. Who likes Red Dead Redemption? And
I'm looking forward to that.
So it got pushed, and I think it's end of this year is the.
Was it October 18?
I believe.
Yeah,
so.
they're probably aiming for the holiday.
Yeah, it's got a date now, I believe.
It's like the 23rd or something like that.
So, but there were 3 new game modes that were leaked yesterday. And one of them, jumping on the hype train, is a battle royale for Red Dead Redemption. So how do you guys think that is? I mean, how is that played out? Do we all get on a stagecoach and we all jump off the back? Are we on trains?
I don't even care. I just want to do it.
Yeah, it sounds like I honestly.
It's my fucking window, dude. Like awesome. Oh god, I want to do that so badly right now. I want to play it right now.
A big area. Everybody steps out of a saloon and starts shooting each other. I mean, it's just. How
cool. You walk into like a town.
Everything's the OK Corral. Just everything.
I'd love a team deathmatch. Just like
yes. So I mean,
like 14 different teams of 4.
Oh yeah, and they had sort of like that, I guess, in the first one.
But the graphics are so terrible.
Oh yes. So, but man. So we're gonna run around with 6 shooters and
Winchesters.
Yep. So it'll be fun. I'll play it. It will be interesting to see how it's done.
What if you could like take a hostage, like a saloon lady or a bartender?
Tie her to a railroad track.
Barkeep. No. Just be like
achievement.
Oh.
Like Shield. Like it's like
Yep.
I've got a bystander.
That's funny.
There's so much potential.
So that was the thing that was fun to see yesterday when that dropped. So I'm going to look and see.
I loved Red Dead. Well, the thing I really loved about Red Dead is like its story was incredible. Mm-hmm. It was just a phenomenal story, and Rockstar has always been really good at telling a story. So I'm looking forward to where they're going with this one. As for the multiplayer component side, I didn't really play that much of the first Red Dead.
No,
I did.
I mean, it was fun and all. I did some for achievements, but the rest of it were just a freaking grind. But it was clunky. It felt really convoluted,
clunky,
and so I didn't really get into it that much. But I love the story, and I really do. I hope they do a good job, which I anticipate they will. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets pushed again. I really wouldn't.
Ooh. It probably will get pushed again. I think so as well. The work that they put into GTA 5.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so much content in GTA 5. I mean, that thing is 4 years ago, 5 years ago now?
Almost 5, I think.
Yeah,
almost 5 years ago, and they're still just pushing content out. If they do that Red Dead Redemption, man, I mean, I will probably not play anything else.
Well, there was an earnings call this morning. So the date that it is set is October 26th of this year.
Okay.
And the CEO of Take-Two, which owns Rockstar,
mm-hmm.
his main thing in today's earnings call was stating it will not be pushed anymore. So we'll see if that happens, because we all know Rockstar pushes everything. but this new date is a year past its initial date that was originally posted.
Well,
so
I
you can't say it won't be pushed anymore if you don't. I mean, that's a dumb statement.
That's a suit talking, man. I take it with a grain of salt.
Exactly.
I understand. But I mean, he's going to also be looking at, because we've seen suits talk about things and drop half-baked games because they're looking at getting. The one nice thing is Rockstar, they have that cloud of going, hey, you know what? It's going to be this date, and if it doesn't happen, it's going to be this one because we're making a game better.
They seem to have a lot of integrity when it comes to the quality of their games. Now, if it does drop in October, that's going to be a real heavy hitter for the holiday season.
Oh yeah.
I mean, what else is up? What else is up for the holiday season?
When's Anthem coming up?
There's going to be a Call of Duty. There's probably some kind of Assassin's Creed. There's.
I don't think Assassin's Creed is going to go.
It'll be.
Yeah, this one will keep going for a while. I think they put a lot of money into this one.
Okay.
Let's see. It'll probably be either a Halo or Gears. I don't know what that life cycle is.
Yeah, one of the two.
Who gets the next one?
They're dropping Forza's like crazy too. Forza
comes out every year. It comes out every
year. And it's Forza Horizon.
And it's a legit Horizon. Yeah.
So supposedly that was another rumor. Black Ops 4 is or whichever one the next one is.
4
is what gets dropped this year.
But that's been for years now.
Oh, Anthem got Fra Menu. That's a weird name. Guy says that Anthem got pushed to 2019.
It's 2019, right? It's the
best name.
So Anthem, I think it got it's the fourth quarter of their fiscal 2018, which I think is sometime in quarter 1 or 2 of 2019.
Yeah. So,
which I'm looking forward to seeing more on that one. And
Anthem,
there's a lot of fun.
I don't know. It's so just like misty right now. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yep. And I've been so scorned as a gamer following these games with the releases that I have to take everything at half value just because I'm so used to being disappointed upon releases.
Yep. Yeah. Well, Division will have the Division's going to have like you play on an iPad with your friends.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And shutting doors and running drones.
Running drones.
Watch Dogs had some killer stats too out the door.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, whatever, guys. Crackdown 3, completely destroyable environments. Yeah, let's see how that works.
Yeah.
And then Shoot Dog talked about. I mean, there'll be another Battlefield, so that'll be out. So there'll be some things, but I think Red Dead's it's gonna be at the top of
I think it's gonna be legit. I think Red Dead's gonna be the next GTA 5. And they're gonna run content in that for the next 3 years.
Well, and Froman did say D2 year 2 hype. They might have a big expansion then. So.
And nobody cares about Bungie anymore. They're dead. Shut up.
I mean,
he's wearing a Guardian Con shirt. Fuck Bungie.
Yeah.
Because I paid for this.
There you go.
And the DLC and both games and all that stuff.
I hear you, man. I bought it on several platforms. I know.
So I have not played the game. So we'll do our Destiny 5 minutes or whatever. I haven't played it in probably a month or so. They released a roadmap for how they want to clean up the game or to remedy some of the issues that they have. Is it going to pull you guys back into play at all?
I'll let Poop field this first.
Well, to the roadmap, they came out with a loose roadmap, and then they came out with basically an itemized roadmap. So 1.1.2 is what just released, Armor Masterwork, stuff like that. The thing that might get me to play a little bit more is the armor specific, the raid specific armor.
Stuff. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's what I miss a lot. I miss stuff that makes me feel value in running it because I can now kick ass more this next time I run it. I do like that. I might give that a go.
A loot hoop, sort of like Monster Hunter has right now.
I believe we're talking about Destiny right now, sir. But so they want to hit one every month. One thing that I thought was interesting, and they came back later and like in a tweet or something and mentioned it. In this roadmap they initially launched on the 31st of January, they didn't mention anything about the DLC, the second DLC for Destiny 2. They did come back and say they do plan to. I like that. I think they need to fix what they have now and make this more enjoyable because they are bleeding I mean, they're bleeding players every single day. Oh, yeah. I mean, their player base has dropped substantially.
You see that on Twitch.
Exactly. And you know what? It's funny, but that's a great gauge. I go, if there's a game I'm interested in, I go to Twitch because I want to see it, and I want to see how others are receiving it. And I think it's a good temperature gauge on a game and its cycle. Like, for instance, the Sea of Thieves, huge the first day, and then it just started trickling off because people started, I mean, granted it was a beta, but they started to see that the playability didn't last very long. So it was fun to get up dressed as a pirate, talk as a pirate, and hang out with your friends for 6 hours. Get shit-faced, digitally shit-faced, and then, but it slowly dwindled. Destiny, they need to do something drastic. They need to have total transparency. That is the biggest thing that Bungie is screwing themselves over, is they come out with this like, oh, well, it's like this, and they paint it, and they talk what I call Sudanese to me. You know, I don't want to be talked to like I'm a client. I want to be talked to like as a dedicated player. I gave 2,000 hours of my life to the first one. I'm going to put some time into D2 if it's good, and it hasn't lived up to it. So I'm hopeful for these the next couple months. So Nightfall scoring, high scoring, tracking, all that stuff coming out next month. A lot of sandbox changes coming out the next month. They're trickling in a lot of the features that Destiny 1 had at the end of its life cycle. So that says a lot about what the players are really wanting.
It had it. So
it did.
Why did we remove it?
I will address that if you'll let me take the floor.
Yeah, have it, man.
So Destiny 1, we had these quests that you didn't know anything about. We had the Black Spindle quest. We had the Sleeper Simulant. All these things that had this sort of vague hint of things, and you relied on the internet to to compound information so that you could figure out what to do. That is not this game. This game is like, we want people to play, casually and enjoy the game. Destiny 2 is dead to me. Like, whatever they built for me in Destiny 1, with the Vault of Glass, with, these weird sort of like happenstance things that happen on a Wednesday, this one thing that came up and you're like, this door just opened, what's happening? Yeah. And then I got to figure out what is happening, and I didn't know what was happening, so I went to the internet to figure it out. That is not happening now. Yeah. This whole they shut down. They just went fucking stupid for everybody, and I will not forgive them ever. And then now coming back and saying like, "Oh, we're gonna fix it." Fuck you, man. You let me down, and I'm not having it. Yep. Like, I'll play with friends if they're playing it, but this is dead to me. Like, Bungie fucked up heavily, and I'm not going back.
Yeah. Okay. It was that going to Reddit every reset.
Yeah.
To see, people just diving into stuff and just...
When was the last time you did that? For Destiny?
For Destiny 2?
Yeah.
Never.
Ever. Right? That's what I'm saying.
A couple times, maybe in the first month, as new shit was
like, where's Xur?
Yeah. Well, but there was some things, strategies.
How to figure out the levers in the raid, and what can I do so I can bypass shit in the raid so I can go to other areas. But
there's no mystery. They've lost the mystery.
And if you've ever listened to any of the Destiny podcasts and community stuff like that, that's what they lived on. That's what their content was just the excitement of new stuff. Now everything's time gated, and it's just like, okay, we'll release this at some point, and it'll be this new weapon. But there's nothing that grabs you. From my experience, and that may just be from I got burned out on the game, and I don't want to go drop 2,000 hours on the next one.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to shooting, it's a damn good game. But the stuff around it, I'll go spend my time doing something else right now. So
there's so many other factors in other games that are better than Destiny. There are better stories, there are better experiences. As far as like gaming in general, like type of gaming, stuff like that we talked about before this started. Yep. There are a lot of good games out there that you can play. Destiny has a fantastic setup. It's a fun game to play when everything meshes. But why pick Destiny 2 over Battlefield 1?
I'm going to look at it sort of like Division. Division came out, was hot for a little while, had its issues. We've had a large group of guys go back to Division a year and a half later when they've had a good amount of updates, content, has been added to it. Things have done. I know I've seen you, Adam, stream a couple times going through on that. So I look forward to doing that. I'm not gonna. I mean, I've already bought the DLC. The next time around, I'm gonna.
Division never said that they don't want you to play it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's where my issue is. Like the whole like pomposity of like, you know, saying that you guys don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
we're doing this. We're doing this.
Right.
Yeah, we're doing this for the casual player, and you are wrong by wanting to be a hardcore player. And now it's all of a sudden it's like, oh, you know what? Our bad. We're gonna fix it. And we're gonna make it like Destiny 1. No, shut up, dude. Like you shut me down. You lied to me first of all. Then you took my money, and then you said I was wrong, and I should just be casual. And now you're like, we're gonna bring it back, so come back. No, I'm sorry. That doesn't work that way. No.
Just be hardcore on a different game.
Yeah, I spent $100 on this shit. I mean, you don't get to mess with me in that way.
So, but all right, we've spent enough time on Destiny. So, I want to get a review real quick from Adam, and then we're gonna dive into our newest little, little opiate crack that we are enjoying right now, being Monster Hunter. So, I've seen this game on Twitch, and I've watched a little bit, and I actually watched Adam play. Tell me a little bit about this Escape from Tarkov, and what is it, and why did you pick it up?
And I was really nervous about picking it up overall. It's like it's a Russian-based gaming company, and you know, like all the stuff that's going on in Russia right now. Like I'm really thinking they're running my computer right now. Like I think that they see you guys.
You got spy bots in the background.
Yeah. Do svidaniya. So I don't know. Like you can only buy this thing from Russia. Like there's one game company. It's not on Steam. It's not on Microsoft. It's like it's in Russia. And all right, good luck. So we'll see.
So what server do you run it through, or how do you? It's not through Steam.
No, it's not through Steam.
Oh, I thought it was through Steam.
It's on program. No, it's its own program. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm very nervous. Yeah. Your credit card is hacked. In Soviet Russia, your credit card charges you.
Okay. So what is the gist of this game? What is it?
Yeah, what's the story? There's one.
It's so when PUBG came out with the first person perspective, it's kind of like that, but it's way more intense. It's super intense. It's the sweaty. I like sweaty games. I like the grind. The problem that we talked about with Destiny is that you know, I really love being I love having stuff that's hard to do and being the guy that has to go find stuff to get the game done.
Yep.
You know, the information from the internet or whatever. And so it's that. I mean, it's PUBG times a million. The sounds are more vivid. The spatial sort of surrounding sounds, kind of like Rainbow Six and PUBG mixed, I guess, like Siege.
Okay. Real tactical.
So it's super tactical, and it's like, you know, you can get hurt from like if you walk through a green glowing ooze. Now you're getting hurt from that. You know, you have splints, you have bandages, depending on what part of your body's hurt. You take body damage, you know, locally. So if you get shot in the shoulder, you're bleeding from your shoulder, you got to patch the shoulder. Your inventory is like a big box, and so some things take up small points like ammo. A sniper rifle will take up a full like rack of space.
Okay.
Body vest, a backpack. So you've got to fit those things into your inventory like Tetris, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Your ammo is not guaranteed. You have to buy it. If you lose something in the game, you die. It's gone.
Okay, that was a question I was going to ask. So
yeah, forever.
So do you load in at the very first time you start and you have a preset inventory?
Well, I bought a big package, so I had a lot of inventory.
Okay.
Right? So your buy-in, it's a monetary thing. So when you buy in at the $140 that I paid, I guess, you have a lot of weapons and stuff. If you die, you don't insure it. There's an insurance kind of thing.
Okay.
You don't insure. If I win the first game and I didn't insure that stuff, and I went in and like had it all equipped and died, it's gone forever, for fucking ever, man.
So how do you get more gear then?
Well, you gotta go like search for it.
So if you kill somebody, can you take their stuff?
You can, but then you gotta extract like the DZ in Division.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah. It's intense, man.
Wow.
And it's like survival horror. It's like when you run through a bush, it's like you can hear like the leaves like and limbs like scratching off your BDU or whatever. It's like it's scary as hell.
How are the graphics?
Amazing. It looks so good. It's so much fun. Like for the higher tier sweaty player, I mean, this is the game. You won't see disrespect playing this, man. You won't see. I mean, you may see Shroud, but you won't see disrespect playing this, man.
It sounds like it'd be quality Twitch entertainment stuff.
It's awesome.
It's
awesome.
Wow, if you know from Twitch, I think it's Ninja with an L or no L or something like that. He plays it. There's a handful of the smaller tier Destiny guys who have jumped in and played it. I've seen Dr. Lupo play it. So, but it's now were you? I know we had been talking when you were playing it. Is it AI and real, or is it all real players?
There are several things. So you can do let me look at my thing here. So you can do what's called a raid as a scav. So you're playing as a NPC basically. So you're with other NPCs. You get very little XP and loot from that.
Okay.
So that's like to learn the maps. I guess you could do that. You can play by yourself, offline practice, so nothing happens. You don't lose your stuff, whatever. You get no XP. You can do a PvE mode and do that, get a little bit of XP and stuff like that. When I played, I went straight into like hardcore PUBG multiplayer first day. Just like first game, let's go. I'll lose it. When you lose your stuff, you have to buy it back with rupees. You have to buy ammo. I mean, it's like right now I'm sitting at. I have all my stuff because I insured it with my rupees that I had, ruples that I had. But I have 0 ammo. Like I'll have to just. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like I'm just gonna punch people. Yeah, it's like look at my gun. Are you scared? Are you scared?
So environment wise, is it just one map, 2 maps? Is it PUBG maps? You just all in one map?
No, there's only one map. And it's like 2 factions. Okay. I'm not sure how that worked. When I went in the first time, I killed 4 people. They may have been my own teammates. I'm not sure.
Like anything and everything. I'm just shooting it.
It moves. Shoot it.
Yeah, kill it. It's crazy, man. I love it. I think it's amazing. Right. Like I mean, the spatial sound, the intensity that's there. Like when you see somebody, you just drop, right? And you're just like, oh god, what do I do now? It's like, well, PUBG is like, I see somebody run, I'm like, I'm gonna run up behind him with a frying pan. It's like I'll do whatever. It's like it's fine. I will lose everything I have if I die. Yeah. So you have to. I mean, it doesn't come back. It does not come back.
That's crazy. So the risk is
super high risk. Yeah.
That's a level of intensity that some people get off on in gaming.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. Yeah. I really enjoy it.
I'll have to watch some more streams of it on Twitch.
You got me curious.
It's fun. Yeah. It's nothing like it. I've not seen anything like it. I mean, it's it's battle royale PUBG style, but I mean, there's nothing at this level of intensity that I've seen yet.
Is there an in-game? Is it a battle royale? Is it 1v100 or is it just?
I don't even know, man.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like 2 factions that you're playing against. I don't know how. What
you make it sound
player count is.
You make it sound like the ZZ, where there's really no progression when you're in this. It's just to go in to try to find loot to extract it.
Okay.
Exactly. And I've not gotten to the point where I was extracted. I don't even know where to extract it right now. Like I've not gotten that far yet.
Do you have a map or do you have to get maps?
No, there's no GPS. There's no map. There's nothing. You're just a guy in a field. You dropped out and you're just like, okay.
Damn.
That's probably when I shot.
It's 1v16 and people spawn as other people get killed, new players come in. So like you said, crazy. I mean, it's that constant loop. If you're looking at it as an extraction, then it wouldn't be a final, okay, you're the only one left. Yeah. So it's going in, killing, finding stuff, and then figuring out how the hell you get out. So yeah.
There's a map somewhere in the menu, somewhere in the place. You can find a map to see.
Yeah.
Where everything is, but I've not found it yet. Like you go in with nothing.
It's all
around. Just change hands. Like this guy has it, and he gets killed by this guy. So.
That would be awesome. Yeah. One map.
One map to rule them all.
Yes.
Ooh. So
there's just one guy that has all the shit, and he's just hiding out in a bush somewhere.
Yeah.
I insured all my stuff, and I'm out. So okay. Well, thank you, sir, for playing that. I know you've been playing a bunch of different stuff. So I think you went through 2016 and 2017 top 10 games or something I think you picked up, so you're going through. So,
yeah.
All right. We've gone almost an hour, so I want to have maybe about 20, 30 minutes of discussion on Monster Hunter, and then we can adjourn so we can go kill some monsters. So the biggest thing that I think has fallen into a large group of our LMG guys is Monster Hunter World by Capcom on the console, specifically on Xbox, because I think this is the first time, if I'm correct, that a Monster Hunter game has come to Xbox. It has normally been on like the 3DS, or I think there was like Monster Hunter 3 Ultra or something like that used to be on like PlayStation. So this is a lot of our first taste of this great game that came out from Japan called Monster Hunter. So did you have any experience with Monster Hunter before this game? None?
Did a little preliminary research on it, and like you said, it was primarily a handheld Nintendo based game, from what I understand. In Japan, their gaming society is different than ours. Like, it's not uncommon to see people like on the public transit slaying monsters or playing with their Pikachus or whatever it is, and so it's a huge thing over there, and it sounds like Capcom wanted to tap into a much larger player base. So this little move into the console world and it looks like people are lapping it up.
Yes, it is done very well. So it's very intricate. There is a lot of mechanics. There's a lot of stuff going on in the background. There are tutorials, but there's not a lot of hand holding. And that's always been, from my understanding in just listening to podcasts and doing some research, that's always been the thing about Monster Hunter. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on, and it is a very big barrier to entry. And it's one of those things, another one of those games, you got to go 8, 10, 20 hours into it before things start to click. Yep. And you start to understand, okay, this is how I do this. This is the weapon I want to use. This is the path I need to go down. This is whatever this question mark is. What the fuck is that? What material is that? Oh, now I figured it out. Okay, so now I can go do it and craft it.
I have a question for you guys. How did you hear about this game? Like, Adam, where did you hear about this game?
I heard it from Solid Scorpion, Justin, and I heard it from Criticon, Alex. Yeah.
So before then, you had no idea this franchise existed.
When they kept talking about it in the LMG Discord, that's when I was like, okay, this sounds like something I would want to do. I never watched a video. I just went on their word of mouth and got it. But I knew that what they said, this was a grindy, crazy game, and that's my magnet, like Tarkov. You know, if you tell me something super sweaty, I want to beat it. I have the game Celeste, the only game that got 10 out of 10 already this year. Celeste, super hard platformer, almost impossible. I've got that on Xbox and Steam because I just want to play that game, and you know, I like things that are really hard, really tough. I want challenges, so that's why I got it.
Yeah, and then there's a couple guys on Giant Bombcast that have been playing it specifically on handheld for years and have always talked about it. So it was the name I've known, but never really diving in. I didn't run a 3DS or anything like that and played it before. So, and it looked like it was one of those games that I enjoyed. It got that hook of that original Destiny style grind, co-op. I mean, I can go in, I can play solo. I can also run with a crew once you figure out how the hell the matchmaking works, which was a little janky, janky in the first week. But I think that goes along with, I mean, this is being brought over from Japan. So those things, and then I think the thing that got me the biggest was having that progression of knowing, okay, I want to look like this, or I want to go get this weapon per se so I can beat this boss. I know that I need to go grind X, Y, and Z to get this equipment.
Yeah.
Instead, I mean, it's still RNG because you don't know what you're going to get from each of those battles. But you do know if I'm going to go grind it, at some point I'm going to be able to move because you're going to hit, and from what I've heard everybody else, you hit those areas of, okay, I have to get better gear before I can kill the fucking T-Rex. Anjanath can die in a solo. Oh, wait, look, I killed him. Yay. Now I can move on, and I've got a couple other little guys, and then I get to that next we'll just call it a DPS roadblock when you're running solo and going, okay, I have to start again to get to this next one, and then to the next one. And then you look at yourself and you go, like right now, yeah, I can go take T-Rex last week who would whoop my ass.
Yeah.
And I chase his ass down and he runs away limping. And it's like, okay, yeah, I feel good. So I'll throw him into an arena every once in a while just to beat him. So
see, I found out about it because a couple of the Destiny big time YouTubers, I drive routes, so I listen to YouTube videos while I'm on the road, and I saw, in their feed, next video coming up, that they were starting to talk about this game more and more because the beta was out, and it scratched all the things that I have an itch for: cooperative PvE, a detailed and what I feel is a not forgiving, what's the word I'm looking for? It makes me feel like I'm progressing loot grind. And then it also has a certain level of just overall, I finally did this. This makes me feel good about myself. Like when you said you took down the first Anjanath, it was like, I literally was like in my head going, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Eat shit, motherfucker. I just kicked your ass. Fuck yeah. And that's how I felt when I finished the first VOG. That's how I felt when I, my first Nightfall. And that's why this game appeals to me so much. So I will play with anybody and anyone that has this game. I love this game. Insect Glaive for life. It scratches all those itches that I'm sorry to say Destiny 2 did not. And so that's why I have really, really taken to this game. And it's super deep, like you said. It's super involved. The tutorials are more like just infographics, and then you're just like, okay, now what do I do? It's not like a tutorial where it's like, shoot this thing. Okay, now run over here and crawl under this, and it doesn't do that for you. So if you need your handheld, you're going to have someone either help you, or you're just going to have to find something else to play.
Yeah. Yep.
And you got to hit the internet to find out what you need to do.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
That's basically what I said back about D1.
Yeah. Totally.
It's filling that void for me too.
Yep. So I mean, it's if you don't know what the game is, I mean, it is a loot grind. You are a hunter, and you're going out into these open maps and just tracking different styles of monsters. And when they run through stages. Because I have not gotten to a point where I guess some of the sub monsters you can kill in one area. But for the most part, every fight is going to go through 3, 4, 5 different areas in the map where you are just doing damage. And there is no health bar. You do not see any, like, what type of, you can see what your damage is against the monster, but you don't know, okay, right. You don't know, okay, he started at 1,000 HP. All right, yep. In this fight, I knocked off 200. You have no clue. You actually have to watch the monster and see how it starts acting, reacting to some of your hits. You can take off different parts, or at least injure different parts, so it can't fly, it can't run away. Yes, sir. Mr. Adam.
And then you're fighting a monster, and you're in this huge fight that's taking forever, 20, 30 minutes. And then some other monster comes in to attack that monster.
So
and you're just like, whoa.
That was Surgical today. He was pissed.
Yeah, he was.
I think he's been fighting something, and this big ass monster's come in every instance he's been doing it, and just screws him over. So
no, I'm just talking about fighting the monster you're fighting. Some other monster come in is like it attacks the monster you're actually fighting. Like, wow, this is awesome. Yeah, we just sit here and watch this happen.
It's like you're like in Jurassic Park and you're watching the T-Rex take on the Stegosaurus. I mean, it just looks so bad. There was crazy. One time on the second area, the Wildland Waste, whatever, where I was fighting. I call it the big wiggly penis, but it's the fish one.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
that's
mud.
A big wiggly penis. Yeah.
And a Baroth came in. And this thing just fucking like boa constricted it. I just was like, whoa, holy shit. And then before tonight, I had like 2 dragons and a Baroth going at it. And I was just like sitting there sharpening my blade, just waiting for my chance to get in there.
Yep.
Just, let's do this. Pop a potion. Let's go. So it's just in the hunt, they do a really good job of track. pick up scents. You feel like you're tracking this ant, and then you see him limping away, and you're like, all right, I'm doing some damage. And you can get info from the mini map, like it's heading to a watering hole because it's hungry, so you can kind of get there ahead and plan traps, and then add in other people with different weapons. Like, okay, you're gonna do this when I do this. I'm gonna try to mount, bring him down. You come in with your head. It has all those things that I miss from Destiny, and that's why it's huge.
And there are clues around your environment too. Like you're right there, and that thing limps back to his cave, and there's these flash bugs. It's like, so I could use this one on the right and stun him. When he comes at me, I'll get like 6 or 7 hits, hit the flash bug, come around the backside, hit him a few times when he turns around, come back,
drop the
flash
boulders.
bug. There's all kinds of stuff built in that's like,
they
if
design
you know what you're doing
really well.
If you know what you're doing. Was it the Diablo when like crushes into the columns? Like you can like put a column in front of him, and he charges into it, and he gets stuck. His horns get stuck. That's amazing. Like that's a lot of detail.
Well, each enemy feels like a mini raid boss, and then the fights are really drawn out. Your efficiency determines like how many stages, like you said, Chode. But you can use certain things against them. Like some are weak against this, some are strong against that, and you gotta plan. You just can't. It's not a game where you can just run in there and hack and slash until you come out victorious. You have to strategize.
And I think that's one of the nice things too, is you hit that wall of, okay, I'm moving on to the next part, the next stage, the next monster, and you go in there and you get your ass handed to you. You're supposed to go in there and get beat a handful of times to then start learning tells, to understand, okay, when he does this, I need to evade because then he breathes fire or he throws ice and then he stops and then I can come around. And those things, I mean, you have to learn those. And I guess that's what sort of goes to, and I hated the game, I don't like it, but the Dark Souls, where you have to go, okay, guess what? I can't come in here and just hack and slash because I'm going to get wrecked. You have to know, okay, I'm going to come in and do 2 or 3 shots. Then I have to evade. I have to move. Then, I mean, they put in like what you were saying. You have sharpness based on the level of blade that you have, as well as the rarity. So if you want to be efficient on how much damage you're going to do, you also have to look. And I didn't even notice that till today. There's an actual graph on there that shows you how long your blade will stay at its highest level. And there's some that are big green bars, and there's some that are tiny and a lot of red bars and all this stuff. So the more hits you have, I run longsword, so I'm always hacking and slashing because it's easy. Why? Right trigger, right trigger, right trigger, right trigger. Combo done. But there's a ton of stuff that just, I mean, it opened up for me today, this melting pot thing where you can start just crafting different items. You have the botanist that you can have him go grow stuff for you that you have, and you just come back in. You run around with your palico. We haven't even talked about the palico. I mean, you got your already secondary character. You can run across and have your other people that you've played with, their palico run with you. So I've been told, I haven't done it yet, you can have 4 people. If you're running a solo game, you can run with 4 characters. You can pick up your palico, another palico, and then I guess like a companion or a mount or something else.
There are some NPC elements in the expedition side. If you friend, there's in each environment, there's actually like a little mini campaign where you go around and you friend the local wild palicos of that area, and then when you do that, you get certain bonuses while you're fighting. Like in the ancient forest, I did that little mini quest, and now every now and then, if I'm in a fight, one of those mini Jagresses will come and help me out.
So how did you stumble across finding that? Because I haven't even seen this yet.
It's on the map. You talking about the one that goes up into the trees?
Yes. Well, you have to be an expedition.
The bug people.
If you just do quests, they don't always show up. The expedition side is more like the free roam, and they're there. And there's little icons. And if you watch your right side, your palico will talk to you too, and he'll give you like little cues and hints. And on the subject of palicos, I have not played a PvE game that has as versatile and helpful of a NPC companion as a palico. I mean, when I'm fighting and I'm hurting, and he's like, "Here, take this health. fuck yeah, you rock, kitty.
Yes.
And you just, I mean, he is super helpful.
It's awesome.
I spend more time playing games. I'm like, just get the fuck out of my way. You're annoying. You're
You are getting in the way.
I mean, I've got it upgraded now where he drops a flash pod for me. So if I'm hurting, I'm just like, fuck, smash, stun, heal, sharpen, and it's cool. Yeah. It's really cool.
Okay. And if I mean, Adam and I think I just got to Hunter rank 8. You're Hunter rank 4 or 5 right now?
Yeah, 4.
In game, I will say the story, from what I've done in the story right now, story is follow big monster, try to capture big monster.
Yeah.
That's it.
Fail several times, figure it out.
Yes. And it's not built on that story, but
no, the story's weak.
In game, I mean, in game starts. Is that really when the game starts? Is it going to be another one of those games? Which is fine.
I think that's the raid. That's the Destiny raid. Like there's these huge like mega bosses.
To be honest, I haven't. I mean, like I finished the quote unquote early campaign, like the big mountain of fire dude. We sent him back to ocean. Sorry, spoilers. But anyway,
damn it, man.
It's not like it's in rocket science.
All right, I quit. Stream off.
But the thing is there's still more campaign. Like, okay, now that this has happened, these other harder monsters are starting to show up in areas that they're not supposed to be. Go investigate. Well, shit, this guy's hard. Just bring me Anjanath back, please. And it's just and there's more. It's like the story just keeps going in that regard. It's just this next quest for this next harder enemy, this next quest for this. So I mean, I don't know where the end of the campaign is, and the grind really starts. So okay. It's actually a real clever way that they've done the grind, and the investigations are things to help you with grinding, but not make it seem so monotonous.
Right. Yep. Yeah. And I enjoyed that. I mean, how they've done optional quests, investigations. I mean, even your delivery and fetch quests, there's some things that are nice. The majority of my delivery quests that are in there that you have to go find, I already have all the stuff. So, I mean, you're able to just walk back over, turn that in. But it's like, okay, I need to go grind this one monster. I can still get XP. I can get armor spheres. I can do all these types of things instead of just having to go out on an expedition and just go, okay, I killed him. Let's do it again. All right. So
yeah, that's what's cool, because Destiny, you just go out and do the same strike,
right?
You know, until you get it, and it's scripted. You know what's going to happen. Whereas, okay, I've got this. There's more mushrooms here, and I need to get some parashrooms for some. So I mean, I can do that while I'm doing this. I got this bounty. So it's a grind, but it's not just so linear that you're just bashing your head against the wall.
And I do have a negative aspect of it at my early level, because I am a completionist. I've done a lot of investigations, like I go out and I get the armor spheres and do all that sort of thing. And my armor's pretty much maxed out for my level, but there's things like the dragon cores, dragon crystals, or whatever it is, dragon ore, I forget what it's called. There are things that are there that I can't get at all until I go to maybe another place. In doing all my investigations and resource runs, which that's just what I do. I do everything that I can on the level without progressing the story. I'm pretty much maxed out on my character until the next space opens up. And then when the next space opens up, my armor is worthless, basically. And so, I've done all this stuff, and I feel like I've put a lot of grind into it, hours and hours and hours of getting all the things and make my armor as max as I can, going to the next level and being completely irrelevant, because now there's a new armor that you have to kill all these other monsters for. Like, that kind of pisses me off a little bit.
I think, and I share the completionist side. Like, for instance, I'll give you an example. Like Assassin's Creed, I'd have to clear the whole fucking map.
That's what I do. That's exactly what I do every time.
Yeah, investigations, you have to learn to let go. You have to say, I'm going to delete this, because they just drop randomly.
Yeah.
So don't. You're going to have to not be a completionist on those. Look at what you need. I've already deleted everything that's like 4 stars or under, and just because those just keep coming. Look for things that are beneficial for you, like if you have to farm a certain monster, if you have to do this. So I think that'll help alleviate that a lot, and make yourself go on to the next level. Your armor's not useless. It's just not as effective. and that's where it makes you feel like you're not doing anything. But that's the struggle. That's the I got to strategize. I got to figure out how to beat this next guy with what I have.
Yeah, I think I'm getting trapped in the rabbit hole. Like I'm just.
Yeah. Well, because I think you and I talked about it. Poof, the Anjanath armor. Poof. How are you doing, Poof? That's what I'm running right now at a hunter rank 8. I mean, it's maxed out. Okay. I have some things that I could do above it, but then I'm also sort of scared of utilizing those armor spheres. At what time do I do that?
I'll give you a suggestion. Yeah. I'm not trying to tell you how to do your game, but I'm with you. I was doing what you did, Adam. Like, I just found a new enemy. Let me get all that armor set. I just found a new enemy. Let me get all that armor set. Well, the game does it in tiers. When you reach a certain hunter rank, then you can upgrade your armor more. Then you reach another certain rank, you can upgrade your armor more. But then when you beat the first base campaign, hard rank opens up. You are upper rank or whatever they call it, high rank. You have lower rank, which is what you did for the first 10 hunter ranks. And then high rank comes out, and then that's a whole new ball game. You open up a lot more customization when it comes to putting like stuff in that gives you abilities. You open up a lot of min-maxing possibilities. For instance, looking cool in all the Anjanath armor is sweet up until about hunter rank 10. But then afterwards, you need to find stuff that supports your weapon type. Like, I'm a glaive. I don't have a defense. I don't have a shield. So I need stuff that brings up my defense abilities. So I'm finding, like I got this metal armor here. I've got this Pookie armor here. I've got this Anjanath armor here because I'm playing the game. Like you can, and there's so many things you can do. I got it to where I only have to sharpen twice instead of 4 times on my whetstone. Nice. I've got it to where I'm a speed eater, so I drink my potions really fast, as opposed to like, oh gosh, please drink. He's charging. You know what I mean? Yep. And it's that element that opens up. So Adam, power through the story. Power through the story. Don't dump all your armor spheres. I'll tell you, I went through my first 10 hunter ranks once I got Anjanath. I ran all Anjanath up until 10, and now I look like a hobo because I'm all mixed matched.
Yeah.
So, but I would recommend that, and save your armor spheres because you're going to need it in the end game.
Okay. Because I just am like maxing everything I can. The best bow, the best.
I'm with you. I'm with you too, man. It hurts. It hurts.
Yeah, it's just like I feel like I'm wasting my time.
I deleted
because I go into a new area and it's like one hit kill. That fucking fuzzy bat just hit me one time and I was dead. It's like why did I spend all these armor spheres to rank this armor up and get my weapons like to the max that I can on this level, and then this stupid bat just hits me one time, I'm dead. Like, come on.
So I think we're all enjoying it.
I think this is the game, right?
Yep. So we have, I think Ian is running the squad, and I think we figured out earlier in Discord how to do multiple LMG squads.
That's my biggest complaint with this game. Is the way squads work. You can have a roster of 50 people in one squad. Think squad is a clan.
Okay.
The way the game works is you log in. It's an online game that you play in a session, or think of session as a server. You can have 16 people in a server at one time.
Okay.
And in that server or session, those 16 people can be doing whatever they want. Like, you're the Astera, which is the tower, so to say, is specific to your character. There is one level of that tower that is open to the public where you can go see other characters that are in your session. But otherwise, you're in your tower, and I use that just because of Destiny. You post a mission, other people in your session can see that mission and join you if they want. So you can have 16 people doing their own thing, and then someone says, oh, look, this guy's working on this. I need some armor pieces from that. I'll go hop in. I think it makes sense once you figure it out, but it's very convoluted. And the thing that annoys me...
There's no information to that.
Exactly. No hand-holding. Yeah. But the squad... Ian is the only person that can invite people to the squad.
Right.
Yeah. I don't like that because now he's getting bombarded with, hey, Ian, can you be on here so I can get an invite? And I think he should be able to delegate other people to give that function. That's my biggest problem with this.
Yeah. Okay. So it has been, I think that was part of the issues when we first started looking at it was how to actually, the easiest that I found was just getting in party chat and sending a game invite, because you got right in at that point. But yeah, because you can do a private server, you can do a public server, you can search for a server, and it gives you one of those crazy ass Nintendo friend numbers that's about 14 digits long that you can then go do. It's nice on the squad side because you can just get into the server, but you have to be able to have everybody there. So. But oh man, I want to go kill something. So
let's do it.
I think we're going to end. I got one other thing. Extra Life 2018. We're going to be doing that. We'll be pubbing that throughout the year. And PUBG actually just got finished with a 5-day, 24 hours, so 5 straight days of playing PUBG with a bunch of different content creators. Raised over $400,000 for Extra Life, so it's already starting off great. And just wanted to throw that in there. Also, we are having, and I will announce, it'll be announced in the announcements on Discord for the February supporter raffle or drawing. We have a couple different ideas that we're mulling over, maybe doing something towards either gaming or for looking at it, probably a gift card being open that you can utilize for gaming or for taking care of your wife for Valentine's or anything like that. But that will be out on the announcements probably within the next couple days. And then after we finish up our podcast, hopefully in 2 weeks, we'll have the drawing at the end for the supporters on that. And besides that, I think we're finished for the evening.
I think we should mention the SpaceX thing. I think that's really cool.
You guys talk about that, because I have no clue. Did the guy from Tesla send a car into space yesterday?
It was a test. This was a massive test. This is reusable rockets, which is huge for like interplanetary, interplanetoid, whatever travel. So he sent this thing up. It had 2 boosters that returned, and seeing those 2 things land simultaneously, that was the coolest scientific thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Me too. I always got chills when I saw. I was like, "What's happening?" Because they showed the video, and it's like things are like coming in. You see them like the really close shot. You see like the boosters firing. I'm like, "What's happening here?" I don't really know what's going on. And then they pan out, and then like you see these 2 rockets just like.
Oh, that was so cool.
They just land like perfectly around these 2 platforms with the X on them, SpaceX X on them.
Oh my god!
It's just like, oh my god, that just happened. How's that even happen? How do you even do that?
It's like a sci-fi. It was like a sci-fi movie. I was watching Star Trek.
It was all CGI, man. It was like totally CGI. That's never really happened.
Now the one out in the ocean, that one's fucked. It didn't land.
Yeah, it didn't land at all.
But granted,
did you see this live stream?
Yeah.
When they cut to like, hey, how's it going, guys? So yeah, SpaceX is really cool. What's up? Like that motherfucker's in the ocean.
Yeah, it's gone. But I mean, just number one, reusable rockets is huge, because everything we use, we use it once and it's done. Now, I mean, we're talking about taking people to the moon. We're talking taking people to Mars.
2024 Mars.
That's
right. I saw that. Yeah,
that's huge, and I'm proud of mankind to be able to do that. I think that's just phenomenal. I mean, I was telling Adam in chat one day, like our kids could go spend a weekend just chilling on the moon. Like that's feasible now. And I mean, I'm a kid that was in love with Back to the Future. We should be in a fucking flying car right now, you know? And so I think that's really cool. I'm gonna get off my nerd box, but that's pretty cool. Big step for mankind.
What is the next step? What is his?
Well, the car thing was just a gimmick. He wanted to see if he could get something into space. So and then have stuff returned to be reused.
Okay.
And so he had a capsule. He's like, let's just put a fucking car in there with a dude chilling in it, you know. So that's what that really is.
Hold up. There's a dude in Elon Musk's Tesla coupe.
His Roadster.
It's a fake. Yeah, he's got one arm. He's got one arm on the window. He's got one arm on the dash, and the display says "Don't panic."
Yeah.
From the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yep.
Like he just nerded the fuck out. And that thing is going to be orbiting. I heard like sun and coming close to Mars. I also heard orbiting Mars.
It missed the orbit on Mars. It's going to the asteroid belt, right? It's the latest.
What they're saying is they wanted it to orbit for 1 billion years, but they're using different planetoids, gravitational pulls to keep it propelled. So like I think Mars and the Moon and the Sun and Earth and I mean, first of all, so that right there
is just staying in space.
Yeah, that's a mathematical, just all those moving things in such a vast space. But it was a big step in what he's trying to accomplish with putting the average Joe on a space cruise. I mean,
yeah. And now that car is running around playing David Bowie's Life on Mars.
Yeah.
So in space, no one can hear you stream. Yeah. But they can hear David Bowie.
Yes. Yes.
So the next rocket coming up, and it's planned for like I think 4 years from now.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Is the BFR. Mm-hmm. So it's the biggest rocket ever conceived. Like this one, the Falcon Heavy is smaller than the Saturn rocket that took people to the moon.
Okay.
By a little bit. It has twice the payload of anything that's out right now, but it's still not as big as Saturn. The Saturn didn't have a lot of payload, so they can put all sorts of satellites in orbit with this thing. The BFR, which stands for Big Fucking Rocket.
Yep.
is coming in like 2 to 4 years. So.
It's playing to those Doom guys, the BFG.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
So, well, cool. I'll have to find that video then of the rockets coming down because I hadn't seen that.
It was
all
cool.
I've seen
is amazing.
I've just seen the car and it's like, shit, that looks CGI'd every time I see it.
Yeah.
When it's just floating out there. So, okay.
Well, imagine you're some alien. Who are these fucking assholes just sending cars with? This guy's got a Tesla Roadster. What the fuck is wrong with these people on Earth? These vain assholes down here.
Right. I see him poking the spaceman in the face. Ding, 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 ding. It's not real, guys.
Hand comes up. Just
They just pass right on by Earth. Nope, I don't even want to go there.
If interacted with, the spaceman goes.
Make it a Twitch stream or something.
Yeah.
So, well, cool. Well, that's some interesting stuff. So, thank you for bringing that up. I said I saw it yesterday and didn't know exactly what happened. So, but, well, cool. Well, we are going to end this stream and podcast and hopefully come back in 2 weeks, not 6 months. Now we're going to go kill some monsters. So
let's do it.
Yes, let's do that thing.
I appreciate Mr. PoopShizzle and Adam2welve for coming by. You guys, I had their Twitter in the front, but it's like everything else. It's at PoopShizzle and at Adam2welve. You can find them on Twitch, the same thing. Twitch.tv at PoopShizzle or / whatever, PoopShizzle, and the same. Adam2welve, and you can find us in Xbox. You can find us in Discord. These guys, they'll be very vocal. They'll let you know what's going on. And any helps in the streams. I know we had some questions. We got some new guys who were thinking about streaming. Hit up the stream support channel. We would all be more than happy to help. I'm going to probably hit it up and figure out why the hell can't I hear anybody on Skype? Yeah. So we'll get that figured out for the next podcast. So thank you very much. What's up?
You streaming assholes need to become partnered so we can get a community for LMG going.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm working on it. So. I need more followers and views and all that stuff. So
we need 75 concurrent viewers for a while. So
we do have some people making money on Twitch though. That's cool.
Do. Yep,
that's cool.
All right.
Congratulations.
Twitch did make some payments, so that was very nice. Thank you everybody from Extra Life. I was able to put that back into the account after paying that out in November. So it was good fun. So. But all righty, everybody, have a good evening, and thank you very much. I'll have this up on YouTube at some point in time, and let's go kill some monsters. All right.
I like it.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.